Hi guys, welcome to Dubai Property Guide. In today's video, we're going to discuss about Dubai off-plan payment plans and what you actually pay before handover. This is being recorded in 2026, so you will get the latest information from it. So wherever you're watching from, you're probably thinking you know how off-plan works. There's a small deposit while it's being built and the rest at the end through mortgage. In Dubai, on a standard plan, you'll have to pay 80% before handover, 80 before you own anything. Same phrase off plan, completely different animal, and nobody explains that before you inquire, so let me. What you're used to, it's a quick tour because this matters. In UK, for example, a reservation fee holds the plot, then 10% when you exchange contracts. London, sometimes more, and then nothing. You pay nothing for the whole build. The balance moves at completion when your mortgage draws down. India is closer to us. There's a construction linked, staged against progress, but it swings wildly by developer and by state. Europe broadly is the same idea. You commit a slice, the bank carries the rest at the end. Different markets, same shape. You're barely exposed while it's being built. Dubai does it backwards. So, how Dubai actually does work? Let's use 2 million dirhams as an example. Emaar's standard payment plan is 80/20 because they've held it as a standard payment plan for over 3 to 4 years, which basically means that you pay 10% on booking, that's 200,000 dirhams when you sign the SPA, another 10% after 30 days, another 2,000 dirhams, 200,000 dirhams, and that's the one that catches people out. It's barely a month later. People budget for the booking and forget what's right behind it. That's 20% a year, 3 years running, 400,000, 400,000, and 400,000. Finally, 20% at handover, another 400,000, roughly 4 years in. Add it up, and you have 1.6 million dirhams gone before handover, and that's before the 4% DLD, which means another 80,000 sitting on the top of the price, not inside it, on top. Now, that's the heavy end, but it's not the only option. Other developers run a much lighter payment plan, for example 60/40. Some releases are as soft as 40/60, where far less leaves your account during the build and much more waits at the handover. Abu Dhabi has the same spread. Modon on Hudayriyat runs on a 40/60 payment plan. Aldar moves between 60/40 and 40/60 depending on the project. And then a few go a further with they offer post-handover payment plan, where part of the price falls after you've taken possession. For example, Imtiaz does a 60/40 payment plan that way, where 40% is spread out after handover. Think about what that actually means. You're holding the property, you could be renting it out, and you're still paying it off. That's a completely different proposition to writing a check for 80% of something that doesn't exist. Now, here's the thing to take away. Outside Emaar's 80/20, there's no standard, none. It changes release to release. The only number that matters is the one attached to the unit in front of you. So, why do people buy it? It's a fair question. If Dubai asks for so much upfront, why does anyone do it? Well, there are three reasons, and they're better than people expect. Number one, you're not borrowing. Everywhere else, that mortgage is charging you interest from day one. Here, you're paying the developer directly. 4 years, interest free, no lender in the middle for that entire period. Number two, secondly, international buyers should really care about this one because your money isn't just sitting with the developer to spend however they like. It goes on into an escrow account regulated by RERA. The developer only draws from it as construction milestones get verified. Every purchase is registered in the Dubai Land Department. Now compare that to most markets where the honest risk on an off-plan purchase is the developer going under and your protection is reading their filings and hoping that the warranty holds. Third, no mortgage offer expiring halfway through the build. In the UK, an offer is typically good for 3 to 6 months against a completion that could be a year or more out. If it lapses, you're reapplying at whatever the rates are then. So here your schedule is fixed from the day you sign. This isn't a market that's copied the model, it's the market that built the most regulation around it. So, what's the honest trade off? None of which makes it automatically better, it makes it different and it suits a different buyer. The real cost is liquidity. 1.6 million committed, illiquid 4 years, that's capital you can't put anywhere else. And if your situation changes mid build, you're still on that schedule looking to sell it. The lighter plans fix that, but they have a much bigger balance sitting at handover. One payment, and if you're mortgaging at that point, you're at the mercy of whatever the banks are doing 4 years from now. Nobody knows that today. And I'll tell you what I'm seeing right now: more buyers leaning towards the lighter, backloaded structures. People are more cautious about tying up capital during construction than they were a year ago. So the question isn't which market does it better, it's where you want the pressure, spread across the build or concentrated at handover, and whether you'd rather pay interest to a bank or capital or to a developer. Cash rich, holding long term, the heavier plan often leaves you in a stronger position. Capital working elsewhere, it won't. So, lastly, I've built something for this. It's a tool where you can put your budget in, and it tells you the range straight away. What you'd pay before handover on the lightest structure, and what you'd pay on the heaviest, and everyone in between. The link's in the description, and if you want a straight read on which two or three actually fit your situation, including the ones I tell you to skip, just message me. I sell these every week. I'd rather tell you the truth than sell you the wrong payment plan. Thank you for your time. Please drop in a WhatsApp message and I'll help you further. Thank you.